Knock, knock.
Oh. Let's go.
I figured I've been sitting here dubbing about for a while. I might as well fucking.
Oh yeah.
Trucks keep getting stuck.
Do me a favor, send Corbin a text.
What?
Send Corbin a text. My phone died.
What, ran out of battery?
It's in the living room charging. But it was doing something funky, like trying to turn on and then not going full way. Trying to turn on and not going full way. Trying to turn on and not going full way. So, I don't know what's going on with it, but the phone is dead.
What's up, Faye?
Set recipe. Construction parts.
Lock in the air.
Too fucking bad.
But that's fine. Get over here if you can block that fucking air. That's all I was getting at. Yep.
Okay.
Just getting all my shit stuck at the moment.
Settlement is full of trash. So they're full of shit, huh?
No, trash. Not shit. Trash. Because they're separate things. Remember, they are separate entities.
Yeah, no.
There. I'm slowly kind of messing with an idea I have for where I want to put my captain's quarters.
Mm-hmm. Here, let me turn up the quality of the stream so I can actually see it.
I want to put it up here, so I'm going to level this all off. And then I'm going to have a little winding path to get there.
Oh, that's cool.
Eventually I'm going to cap it all in grass, but I did, Dead Soul. They seem a lot easier than satisfactory.
Because you're full of shit. Damn, Faye! Shots fired! Damn! Yes, he is prepping for that inevitable zombie apocalypse. I definitely agree with that, Faye. Alright, so...
Yep. Zombie apocalypse, it's a real thing. So I got one diggy boy and a couple of trucks at the moment working this control tower just to kind of... They're mostly just going to dump the ground, but also dig some where needed. Well, it's mostly just leveling until you get up here. So they'll get where they can get. Probably going to get themselves stuck a bunch of times. Because they're, you know, doing it backwards, but hey.
Not really shots fired, just remembering that time in 7 days where you asked us to help loot. I'll be honest, Faye, I don't remember what you're talking about.
Of course he doesn't, Faye.
I have a terrible memory. Everybody knows this. This is nothing new. Alright, so we need to build a... Wait, where's the dumping? Dumping designation.
There's plenty of place to dump this stuff out. What the hell? Oh. You got fucking stuck because you're a dumbass. See if the excavator can fix himself, but probably can't. Alright, they'll dig back down to this, then they'll get back onto cutting all of this out. Then we can slowly but surely cover it. This is getting filled in nicely. I cut the top of this down. I need to finish cutting this section here off at some point. So at some point I will
Wait, do I need a mining control tower for the dumping designation?
if you want to specifically limit like what
if
can
I don't
be
care what
there,
they dump there, I just okay, yeah.
and then it'll
don't care
follow
what
the
they dump.
global dump rules at that point.
Where do I see that again? That's up in the
It's a good fucking question.
vehicle thing. Waste, slag, rock, and dirt. Yeah, that's
Yes,
fine.
what can be dumped by trucks.
Trading wants us to build a trade dock.
These guys are gonna get their
ocean
dumbasses stuck. I'm eventually gonna cap this little chunk in dirt, but
You said something along the lines of, "Can you help loot this place? I'm already full of shit." Okay, I got you, Faye. Yeah, okay.
I think I might vaguely remember that at this point.
Sounds like something I would say, yeah. Sounds like something we would answer to. Yep, it definitely does.
I'm gonna have to recover that thing. Maybe not. It may recover itself once these guys dump this out enough. Okay. Yeah, it'll slowly get there. Fine. You're doing a lot of that.
Purchase concrete
Appreciate the
slabs
lurk
for
there,
iron
farmer guy.
from the village on the world map. Build a maintenance depot basic.
Gotta have one of those. Gotta have that highway bypass for everything else going up and over this little fucking mountain area.
And build another assembly 1. Produce mechanical parts.
Alright, that's working out about how I expected it to. Good, good, good.
Oh, yeah. Do that a lot.
Yes, finish mining out down here first, you muppet.
Build a vehicle depot.
I gotta tell you, these trucks be stupid.
Stupid.
Pretty much. Stampy, you idiot!
Alright, where do we want our vehicle depot?
Alright, we did get another water plant put in, so we're doing good there. Got a sour water. Tells me I should stop making slag
2022
now.
farming guy, thank you for the lurk, man.
Because I don't have as much sour water. Almost out of acid.
Construct a new small excavator.
There we go.
Do we have vehicle parts? Yeah, we got 170.
Yeah, they start you out with a bunch. Alright.
Farm could not store all the potatoes after the harvest.
All I was gonna say is you make a fuck ton of potatoes.
Yep.
They should add, like, the ability to make French fries or some shit out of them.
That'd be nice.
You later on make something a little more complex than just fucking potatoes. But I mean, it worked for Mark Watney, so.
Well, you do. You can make potato chips, and then you can make the rations or whatever they're called.
Oh, the food packs.
With the potatoes. Food packs. That's what it is. Peel them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Yeah.
Boil and mash them, stick them in a stew. Not to be that nerd, but
You are.
I want them to get up here and finish doing that, so I've cut off most of their mining at the moment. I just want to complete this so that the trucks can
Build a mining control
not
tower.
have to go around. Checkmate, nerd. Well, yeah, you do want to, you do want to peel them first, yes, but it's boil and mash them, stick them in a stew is the phrase. Alright, we're slowly researching. We're keeping an eye on things. Copper is struggle busing because we ran out of acid. I'm importing water now to correct that. See, that's how I like my potatoes. Just cube them up, skin on, and boil them to the point where they're just starting to get, like, soft. Strain them, and then throw a bunch of butter, salt, pepper, little garlic powder on there. By the time you mix it all up and throw it on your plate, it's like kind of mashed, but not. You know, it doesn't have the mashed consistency. Really good. But then again, I like having the potato skins on, even if they are mashed.
Set up. I did set up the mining designation. Oh, do I? No, I need to actually set up the mining.
Yeah, you get to actually tell them to mine something. There we go. Now we're making some progress up the hill.
All right, start. So we're gonna do iron ore, dirt, stone, and coal.
I need the retaining walls. That's what I want to do. I do that right along there, maybe. Question is that going to get knocked over later?
Okay, so that one we're just waiting on them to mine the actual iron ore, which is fine. They're digging into the ground. The Dragon Tail Island map, Dead Soul. I was gonna select a different start than the normal start, but I didn't remember to. So we're just doing the basic normal start and see where it goes.
Is that where I want that, or do I want to go a little further back? No, that's good.
No, I don't want to enable the recipe that does iron ore. I want to use the fucking iron scrap.
You can
Oh, I guess
enable
we can
both,
select-
and then they'll go in whatever order you have them.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
So if you put the scrap first, it will,
Yep. All right, we're gonna do another mining control tower. We're gonna actually place this one by limestone, but we're gonna use this for our dirt dumping.
that's not where it needs to be. Oh, you're gonna need to keep iron if you want to do retaining walls.
Oh yeah, because they still require iron. You still should always have one that does iron, because there's gonna be something that requires it, but the majority of your stuff should be steel.
Yeah, and I mean, it's very easy to switch things over eventually. You just can't do it until, you know, much later. I thought there was a second tier of retaining wall, or is it just the one? Maybe it's just the one.
No, it's just the one, as far as I remember. Alright, so we've got...
It'd be nice to have one that's a little more substantial, you know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
Something a little beefier to... Because they can only go, you know, so far before they're... before they get knocked over. Five levels, yeah. So I'm saying, like, it'd be nice if there was a way of being able to, See, like right here, it's getting ready to collapse because it's not tall enough underneath it. So it's likely that all of this is going to get pushed over as well. I guess it doesn't really matter. I can clean it up later. Wait, what do you... Damn it all. Fucked up. Yeah, see, these are just gonna collapse. That was a nice thought. I'll come up with something better later. I think what I'll do is I'll let this do its thing, then I'll put the wall in, and I can then dig it smooth along the bottom here. I get that you can't mine till you get there, because, you know, whatever. For now, you can go join these guys again. Smooth out that last little bit of dirt there. Badass, finish these last couple spots
got that
first.
one done.
Problem is I need more dirt. Copper's coming back online. Looking on coal, we still got tons of coal. water. Am I not meeting their water needs? Ooh. Ew, brother, ew.
Another assembly 1 for construction parts. Okay. And a unit storage.
Go. Yeah, it'll have a little bit of a spot like this, and then what I can do is I can just set the retaining wall right on the edge of here. And then mine this out. Once I know where the outside edge is, then it won't be at risk of getting knocked over. See, that theoretically should be fine. I'll test it. Let me build a couple and see what happens. We'll see if that's still in fear of getting knocked over, or if I need to go lower. I think it needs to be there. We'll see what happens with it. If it says it's gonna knock these ones over or not, I'll know. I think these ones will be fine, but... What do you mean? Oh, no available designation to be mined. I was like, what do you mean? What the fuck are you talking about? There's plenty of shit to be mined, dude.
Alright, so the next thing is we got to get our basic distiller going. We got to get our liquid dump.
You're a liquid dump.
Your face is a liquid dump.
Covered that. Actually, I can move this area just a little bit like so. Yep.
And then we need to get a smokestack.
See what happens with these ones here.
AW for life, what's going on?
Hey, KW. There's advanced smelting. Sweet. Large storage. I just realized as I'm dumping this, it's gonna basically like cover my road down here, so we'll widen this a little bit if I need to. Getting a ton of rock right now, which is fine. I need it. I couldn't harvest all the wheat. We're looking good here. Not really pushing to try and like get a ton of stuff done or like built and moved and stuff like that. Right now, a lot of it's about diggy and clear some space. Like over here, I'm trying to get this all flattened out. Then I'm gonna carve back a bit more. I'll pull this top layer of iron down, and I don't mind if I fill this back with rock. Is this gonna be an industrial area up here?
Whoa, wait, what happened to my... Did my stream just go down?
No, you're still streaming. I see your Steam page.
Yeah, because I alt-tabbed because all of a sudden my... Everything was weird. Did your stream go down?
No.
So weird. Yeah, it'll go every time I alt tab out of the game, it'll go black for a second. That's fair, and I understand that one.
And give them a place to get rid of dirt till this gets kind of filled out.
All right. That's another one done. Diesel production is done. Where's our power?
Once I get the large storage, then it's going to be worth trying to move productions and shit, because then you'll be able to set them up with the new large storages, and everything will be fucking hunky-dory. And meanwhile, this is just going to kind of chug along, because most of this is just dump it in. Well, you come up here, there'll be a little bit that I kind of cut in places, but till you get up here, there's no real mining, it's mostly just dumping. Then I need to figure out what shape I'm going to put this in up here, if I even do much to it. I might just dump grass over the top of it and call it a day. And this here is also going to have a knock-on effect on this.
Yeah, you need to have like 4, I think it's 4 tiles in between the up and down part for it to not affect the lower portion.
Well, here's the thing. I don't need this to be wide enough for mega trucks to go up it. It just needs to look like it has a road up it.
No. The gap between the 2 different portions of slope.
Oh, I know. I don't mind if this spills out over here is what I'm getting at. As long as you can still drive like a truck up here when you're done.
Yeah.
On this outside edge, then I don't care. So it's not necessarily about like having a nice crisp edge where you've got like a 3 wide perfect path going up. As long as you can drive up it with a truck, I don't care. What's going on there, Mr. Eyes Only? Good evening to you, sir. Because, I mean, once I'm done with the rock here, I'm going to cap it in dirt anyway.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So it just needs to have something there.
Okay. Oh, are we out of vehicle parts? No.
Just winding down for the night. Nice. Right on. Once I'm done with the rock on this, then I'll make my determination for the retaining wall. Then I can smooth out the ground down here. I have 21 diggy boys. Should be another tree harvester up here somewhere.
It's Ray's you're talking to. Crisp edge is a must. Yep, pretty much.
There we go. What I'll do is I'll scrap out 2 of those tree harvesters because I don't need them. And then I will convert them to diggy boys. I usually do like to put a nice crisp edge on things, but I'm also only going a certain height right now because I plan on capping it over with dirt. There. Yeah, once we get the large storages, I'm going to really focus on getting the production moved.
Limestone.
Store all the potatoes. Go.
Oh, right. We can't. We don't
Large storage pipes, that'll make a big difference, those 2. We'll get the power generation, we'll get the cracking done, and that'll let us, hopefully by then we've got some of this stuff squared away. I need to get some diggy boys over here so I can prep this, bury it, and then this can start my stretch across there. I'm gonna make a little like port area here. This is eventually going to move. And it'd be nice to take that and move it over here, maybe. Where is you? Yes, you. Isn't there a way to create biomass?
Yes. In the
Shredder, tree saplings.
distiller. Oh yeah, that too. Also the distiller, I think. Anaerobic digester, maybe. All right, so
And then we want a small storage here. There. You said anaerobic digester.
I think. Right there. No, you had it.
Nope. Makes compost.
Maybe it's something you unlock later. I don't remember. Maybe not. I could be completely wrong.
The shredder can use tree saplings to make it.
That may be what I was thinking of then.
I only set something up to use biomass to make dirt because I thought the fucking town would produce more biomass, but it doesn't really produce shit.
Not until later.
No, yeah, I'm sure it does get more later. Especially once you start getting into a lot of the recycling and shit.
Yep.
And then we need, here, terraforming, dumping. It's about 3 tiles for this, as far as how far it's washed out. But it is a 12 tile difference in height. That's probably the biggest factor, is the height difference. Large storages. Oh, yeah, yeah. I need designation, F. Go.
Electronics.
Designation. Go.
Tree harvester has no trees to harvest. That doesn't seem right. I need to select some more.
Want to be running out of trees? Yes, I know, I've got iron and limestone and everything else mixed in here, but I need to clear some frickin' ore sorters, and those are abundant resources. Very abundant resources, so we're just gonna let her go. Very abundant resources, so Yeah, once I get up to the top, and I know kind of what the whole situation looks like, I can adjust the ramps down below. But it's tough to try and plan out, like, how something's gonna look from the top down, or, you know, from the bottom up, and get it just so. Damn it, I accidentally dumped sand there. This is going down a little bit. Not too big a deal. Coal mine. Oil rig. Go. Trial against P. Diddy's falling apart. He starts racketeering and sex trafficking with the only things that have been testified to is drug use and prostitution. Gotta love it. There we go. Now it's gonna start opening up again.
Dang it.
I was gonna say your screen went black again.
Yeah, it's because I keep alt-tabbing because windows are just popping up everywhere.
Yeah, I'll still be able to get by. And once I get the initial path done, what I'll do is I'll come in here and I'll add in retaining walls, then cap it in dirt. I think that'll be the best way to do it. Yeah, see, because right now, like, this is, what? 16 tile height difference. And it's 5 tiles out.
Mm-hmm.
I guess a lot of it just depends on how big of a jump you're doing. See, like, I think in this case even, I might just leave this as it is, and then I'll add an extra row here. Because it's not going to come out any further than this is. And then it'll kind of give a more natural look to the rock slide. And then you'll kind of round up the turn. There you go. Redeeming second feels like defeat, quad light. It kind of does, doesn't it? Nope.
All right, so we're gonna put.
Farmer Marks, thank you for the 100 biddies. Yeah, they're making quick work of that. Which is very good. Once they're cleaned up there, they're going to come down here. And then from there, they're going to move over here.
What's up, dude? DK. Okay, so we got rubber going.
Doing all right, Farmer Marks.
All right, where is our copper? Way over here.
Mm-hmm. That's for supper, baby.
Thinking we get Italians.
Okay. Nope.
'Cause
I
didn't sound.
didn't. Thought it did.
All right, let's go out to the world map. We'll go explore this one. Get another excavator. 3 trucks going. We'll get our mining tower. We'll do a mining tower like here.
Yep, I had to add there. Dang it. No. There. That'll work. Slowly chugging away, and
First is the winner. Second is the first loser. Third is kind of okay. Fourth is the first to go home, not on the pedestal. And fifth didn't even try to win. I mean, you're not wrong, Quadlight. Not wrong at all.
Accurate. Me.
Let's see. Okay, so we've got... Oh, we're out of mining designation.
Why is it on... TW only coming... 720. What? Why is it on Twitch? Only coming at 720?
I got 1440p.
Yeah. No, mine's showing 1440.
I have the option to select 1440p. You may not be able to select 1440p. Possibly.
Like that since yesterday? Are you on, like, mobile or anything like that by any chance? I mean...
Mobile may not let you select 1440p. Oh, no. Nope.
No. I don't know.
Well, I only do 1080p because I don't even
Oh,
have a
that's
monitor that can
frickin'... So, like, unit storage, you can do 1 and 2. Unit storage 3 is on its own separate thing. They must have forgot to put it in the category.
No, it's because it's a different size.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Because it's
They're
different footprint
they're
size.
the 2x2 size of the smaller ones.
Well, they hold a lot more than 2x2 now.
Oh, they always have.
Well, like, you used to be able to get to 16... You can get to 1600 right now doing a 2x2 of the storage 2s. Storage 3 is 2500.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm not sure if it's exactly the same as it used to be, but it sounds about right. It was a lot more.
I think it was 2000, but I think it was 2000 before.
Maybe it was.
But your storage 2s were like 320. And the storage ones were like 160 or something like that. They did tweak some of the numbers.
All I remember is the jump from storage 2 or storage 1 to 2 was like double. And then jumping from storage 2s to 3s was so much it was worth it no matter what, just to go to the bigger building.
Yeah, it's just a lot of obviously, like, well, not, I mean, it's the same amount of space if you're doing a 4, you know, 2x2.
True.
But at the end of the day, it's like, all right, if you've got that space taken up, then what you end up needing to do is remove the storages that are probably full, and then put in the new storage.
That's weird, Dead Soul. It does not, I will say, it does not give me the option to see his stream in 1080p. So, if for some reason you maybe have 1440p disabled, then maybe it won't let you. But I've only got a 1080p monitor and it's still letting me select 1440p, so I don't know.
Yeah, see, it's 1440 to 720. It doesn't do the in-between at the moment.
Yeah. Tier 3 was 4 times Tier 1. No, I'm almost positive, dude DK, it was 4 times Tier 2, at least. But either way, it's not that big of a deal. Alright, so the next thing we need to do is start working on copper production. And I think the next... We're going to start getting our tree harvester. Working on all these trees right here.
I just gotta remember when you put the retaining wall in, like, where can you...
The retaining walls are super finicky, I'll be honest with you. They're 5 tall, but you can have 4 sections above ground and then 1 section below ground has to be there. And if that 1 section below ground gets exposed by too much, the wall will crumble.
Oh, I know that. But
Okay.
it's like, when you put the retaining wall in, because the retaining wall is only 2 mini squares wide, or, you know, thick, and obviously you can only dig in a 4x4 little square.
Yes, that is...
It's where do you put the retaining wall so you can dig flush up to the wall. That's what I've got to remember.
Yep.
That's the part where I'm sitting here going,
usually,
where do I do this now?
Right on the grid lines is where I usually try to put it up against. The thick grid lines.
I'd have to have it on this side of the thick grid line so I could dig this side out, is what it comes down to.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. Hence why I'm like, you know what? I'm going to fill all this shit in first. Then I can go back in with the retaining walls, place them in, do the final filling, and, you know, dig where I need to dig. I don't know about Reyes, but I know I'm just playing in-game music. It's just kind of a chill little noise. It's nothing.
I have the in-game. I personally absolutely love the in-game music for this game.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's actually really good. It's relaxing, but it's not like so relaxing that it'll put you to sleep. It is, Top Trick. I completely agree.
Pipes 3.
Okay, so did we get to
And
unload
those
any more
diggy
of our
boys are all
ship?
done,
We did.
so...
All right, let's send our ship on another exploration.
Those diggy boys are done, so let's,
Okay, and then we're gonna do 1
do that. Actually, you know what? No.
and 1, 2. And we're gonna start these guys mining right.
No.
I do like the fact that the start of the game has not been changed much. It's the same beginning of the game, and I'm okay with that, because had they changed too much of the start, you know, it wouldn't feel the same. But it does, it just feels good.
There's that, and...
Oh, all these rocks in the starting area are terrible.
Remember, Shift U, and you can delete them.
Rocks?
Some of them, yes.
No? You talking about like this kind of rocks?
Yeah, some of those types of rocks. Not all
Ow,
of them, but some
I'm
of them.
doing Shift U, but none of them are deleting.
I haven't had any problems.
You used to be able to delete them? I've never been able to delete them that I can remember.
There. All the diggy boys are done over here. Yeah, controlling you will remove debris. I know it's struggling to find a destination because you got there too early.
Happy accident? Better to arrive early than late?
Yeah. I mean, I knew it was going to be a little bit early because they're just now getting there with some of the dumped out rock.
I found wheat seeds. Whew.
Nice.
Alright, we need to clean up these rocks. Oh, right. You need a mining tower to do any kind of mining.
Yep.
That's right. You can't even just have like a tiger team that goes around and cleans up all the rocks. Ugh.
Correct.
Alright, we got basic diesel done. We do need to build the captain's office.
Ow. Did you get yourself stuck? No, you just can't quite reach.
No, it won't. It doesn't work, though, little demon. I tried it. Control U. Oh. What? Wait. Now it's working, but it didn't work. You guys saw me trying to do that just a minute ago.
Like I said, it removes some debris, not all debris.
Okay. I tried to do that, and it didn't do it for some reason.
Because I've got some that I've tried to do it to, and it won't. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
Well, I'm glad I tried it again, because now it's working for some reason.
I think the problem is it doesn't always put you into the remove debris mode. Sometimes it's just in... Because if you press U, it's use of Unity. So if it doesn't necessarily register the control before the U, it may not necessarily put you in the right, mode.
Lurky and worky. All right, Top Trick, no worries. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out, man. Yeah, I don't remember this being a thing before, so I'm okay with this. I like this. Can clean up all those debris things that are super annoying. Maybe it's because I was playing on a difficulty that doesn't allow you. Maybe that's what it was.
Maybe.
Because I think that use of doing quick things with Unity is removed on a harder difficulty.
I guess, I mean, I suppose it's a possibility. Mark 3 pipes. There we go. I fixed it now, damn it.
Ah, much better. Now it's nice and clean. Stop. No whining.
Do.
You are literally just staring at me whining. Stop.
Can't do that. Did the excavator finally get to the point where he can do his thing? Yeah.
That one's limestone. this one's gonna be sand, just because we didn't have an extra thing. That one's rock, and this one's gonna be dirt. Enough.
Yep.
I love you, but you're driving me crazy. What do you need?
Everything.
What do you need, Doc? You are smart enough. Tell me what you need. Show me what you need. What do you need, Doc?
Everything. Told you that.
I see the ball. Alright.
Getting there over there.
Boys.
You guys are making very short
Take
work
it
of
easy.
this.
I thought great dude. What do you need? Oh, Obi! Oh! Right in the mommy daddy button. Oh. I know you're sorry. I know you're sorry. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
That's funny.
Okay, down. Down. Great dude. I felt great dude. You went up on the bed with Mama?
Yep, that'll work. Add that to there. And on there.
Okay, why are we... What is the deal here?
Oh, I should have left that one. Told us to be able to dump dirt, and then started using it for covering this all
Chat,
up.
I will be right back. Jackson's back. Well, I'm hanging out with his grandpa. Ready?
Dumping designations. How are we looking over here? There we go. You will allow dirt slags. This. There. Work on that for now. Are you still having a hissy fit? Okay.
All right, I'm back. Let's see.
It was the first of a new alien species. Yeah. Coneheads.
Alien species? No, not the aliens. Not the aliens. Nope, hits it. Beep beep. Next level of power generation. Sweet. No. Well, it sounds like a decent idea. I'm not gonna.
I don't want that stuff out.
It would give me a ton of dirt. You just start thinking how I'm gonna get a ton of dirt to cover that area down there. Question is, how deep is the layer of dirt here? No way of knowing. I was just thinking to myself, it might not be a bad idea to take all the diggy boys and start like over here somewhere. Once I'm done cutting this area, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move the thing to here, and we're going to cut down 2 layers. All of this. Any dirt will be used for dirt filling projects. Any rock can be used for filling projects. And then whatever's left as a base up here isn't going to matter. Because it's going to be my industrial area, so... You know, who cares? Ultimately, what it looks like down there.
When I was a young one.
There's our bauxite.
That's 3. This is 10. If I cut this down to 7 the whole way. Let's see if 7 removes all of the iron from this area. And it should get most of it. When I was a young warthog!
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we
All
got
right.
our 120.
I heard Jackson
construction
say
part.
something about a young one and young warthog is all that popped into my fucking head, so.
Yep, fair enough.
You know, first thing that popped in my head. When I was a young warthog! You know what? Let's do... Can we go... Ha! There we go. 400% increased cost on research. Okay, I need to get coal... Ooh, boy. I just saw... We're cutting to 7. Be the ultimate end of this, but let's go.
Yeah, I know I'm a bit low on coal. It's because I'm only using this right now. I'm about to set up a mining station right here. I was hoping to get all these trees out of here first. Go put the dog back on the bed as the dumbass jumped off the bed.
Plug this up with limestone.
I think that's enough.
Yep. Yeah, I just saw it myself too, Sir Walshy.
Oh. Well, it worked for both of us, Sir Welshie, so good looking out.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to this thing. My trucks were backed up because this was too full. It wasn't processing out the coal and
Yeah.
it wasn't processing out enough iron and limestone. Pumping in the coal now. I want them to get just this corner, hopefully. There we go. Yeah, somebody will come get the dirt and then take care of that building. Dug a little more than I wanted him to, but oh well.
Actually, you know what?
There we go. You're so close.
I got a jar of dirt, I got a jar of dirt, and guess what's inside it?
Mr. Papu, how you doing? Hey, Wheels. Looking alright so far. Getting there. Seemed just ended due to power outage. Oh. Oh, it did. I was gonna say, I was lurking, watching you trying to do some Conan, and then all of a sudden, blip, there it goes.
Wow.
Yeah, so far we're doing alright, Wheels. I haven't really done much moving here. I've been mostly focused on trying to, get things leveled and taken care of. Square up some areas. What's my game version? 071 B410. Did they have another update come out?
Darius, check this out. I just got a thing from Dune Awakening for the stats on the beta weekend. Players only explored 25% of the Haga Basin.
Well, because we... Of what was available?
Yes.
I think only a
75%
small amount was.
of stuff never got found. Or maybe couldn't get to, or whatever. I don't know.
Probably.
107,959 players were swallowed by Shai Hulud.
Yeah, I'm looking at the thing now. Because, I mean, Haga Basin was the entire area, and we were only allowed 2 zones, really, so. 215,000 vehicles created. 10 million scavengers killed.
Yep. 56,000 or 57,000
planetologists
trained.
Over 1 million people controlled by the voice. Shigawire claws, those are really nice. Almost 8.5 million. Sentinel turrets, those are pretty OP as well, by the way. 4,000 spice hallucinations. 491,000 unique schematics. 8.7 million liters of blood harvested.
That's a lot of blood.
13,000 awoken minds from the trial of Ackle. 65,000 withered away in the sun due to, like, heat exhaustion.
Damn.
10,000 vehicles lost in storms due to the, due to sandstorms.
Yep.
School of Imperium Bene Gesserit, Trooper, beta reactions from a bunch of people. Apparently Burke had a reaction recorded for it.
Good. He's good people.
Yep. The new Chome building set, Haga Basin South region.
I never got to use the Chome building set because I got it after we moved in with you, and I never built anything else.
It's what I had built out of. It's a nice looking set.
Yeah, it was fantastic looking. Copper ore, coal ore, rock, no dirt, and then rock.
Wait, what did we...
Done with Enshrouded? Are you talking to me, Dragonfire? It'll actually pop up with a notification that you're in a PvP zone, but there's only small areas that were PvP in the first 2 zones.
Yeah, basically around
the crashed wreck things.
The giant wrecks, yeah.
You can't miss it when it's there. I will tell you right now.
Yeah, you'll actually see an alert at the top of your screen, like changing zones, and then it'll say PvP zone will pop up on the screen. There we go. Now we're cooking with Crisco. Alright, I'll get this area mined off, flattened out, and then I'll make adjustments for how I want to do the...
So that big one... I don't think the one in the beginner zone was actually a PvP zone. I think it was only the second zone.
Yeah.
The crash ships. But that's what we're talking about, Papu. Those huge ships is exactly what we're talking about. but the one in the beginner zone, I don't think was actually PvP.
Yeah, the beginner zone was not. But the Vermilius Gap had two, one in the eastern, one in the western, and those were PvP.
Yeah. Added an option to set rectangular area of mining and forestry towers directly via new button in the bottom toolbar of the area editing mode. I'm okay with that. That's a good change. Because some people are still going to want the rectangular style.
Yeah,
And
in a lot of
options is
cases
better.
I do. I use it for fill, absolutely.
Hell yeah. I'm doing it right now, Papu. Dumping it right here. I'm building a pier right out here.
You just need to make sure that you at least cap it with a layer of other material. Otherwise, it counts, you know, the town counts it as pollution and they don't like it. But the minute you cover it, they don't care.
Which I'm okay with as a mechanic, because that's what you do in normal real life. When you're in a landlocked area, they bury the trash and then cover it with dirt and let it decompose over time.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Marlorn? How you doing? That's one of the reasons I actually save my dirt in a separate pile off to the side, so that later on I can come back and I can cover all the trash stuff with dirt.
Yeah. Early on, I make sure I don't dump any dirt that I could then use later. That's why I'm focusing right now on doing a lot of this extension, so I can start filling it over with dirt, because I'm about to undertake a massive project in here, digging, that's going to be a lot of dirt, and that dirt will then be used for capping a lot of this stuff.
Find it funny that AutoMod flags your trash? That is kind of funny.
Well, can't have it insulting nobody.
Can't hurt anybody's feelers, you know, because, you know, we're not grown-ass adults.
Well, I mean, there are a lot of people that do get pretty butthurt about things. I'm just gonna say. I'm gonna be cutting into some of my tree harvesting for the time being, but...
I'm a little sad so few blueprints have been updated. People probably haven't realized that they need to be updated for the new stuff, honestly, Morlorn.
Or worked out how to do it.
Or that too, yeah.
I mean, a lot of people for Update 3 have started fresh. So until you get to a point that you can
Make
start
the
doing
blueprint,
that, making the blueprints and stuff, then you know,
True.
like I know JD hasn't really done any of his blueprints because he started fresh and he's just now getting to trains and he's doing a lot of recording and stuff like that, so he may not have time to work out all the blueprints and things like that. So I would imagine that will come in time.
Well, these trucks only hold 20. That's right.
There we go. There, clear a ton of trees out of my storage so I can... Yeah, science and oil and all that stuff are different ratios, things like that. You now have the ability to switch some things, like the assembly 3s can now do construction parts out of steel. That was never a thing before. So there will be a lot of updates, but I'm sure some of it's going to come later. Electronics changed. All the server stuff.
That was in update 2, I believe, Sir Welshie.
Yeah. Yeah, they could run on heavy oil in update 2. Okay.
Okay. Oh, we have no more trees to cut down. Not a thing that I will allow. Due to full output of coal. Oh yeah, I bet. Battle report I lost. Well, that's because I ran like a little bitch, because I ain't got no guns.
Yet. Always that caveat of yet.
You need a mining control tower, Papu. You need one of these guys with the and then you edit the area to cover. If you want to do any kind of mining, yeah, okay. Well, I don't know then. Did you select the excavator in the control tower?
Yeah, you have to assign the excavator, then you have to assign trucks to it. And again, it's you got to make sure you're on mining, not like dumping or well, leveling might work. Yeah, I'm sure Caitlin's getting a ton of downloads right now, Marlorn.
Alright, our trucks are getting overworked.
I'm gonna put this in the trash can.
There we go. Yep, overworked and underpaid.
Doug, what's going on? How you doing?
Chilling, waiting on those bad storms to roll through. Oh, fun, fun.
Mmm.
Meow.
You gotten more hail? I imagine you meant hail this year than I can remember.
Where's my other tree harvest? Did my other tree harvester take off over there? Okay, I've got 2 of them. Where's the other one? Oh, they're both in this area. Okay, never mind.
Not again. OB. OB.
I might as well.
Professor.
Appreciate the stretch there, Dead Soul.
Gatorade. H2O.
I'll let Opie inside. More light. All the belongings.
Oops. Oh, give it a rest, Houston.
Okay, that one's done.
An update since you were playing early. Yeah, I think Dead Soul was saying just that a minute ago. Do I do that?
Yeah, I'm gonna quit the main menu or I'm gonna quit the desktop and try to get the update. Yep, there is another update.
Yep.
Level crossings can now be made no stopping zones. For probably trains, I'm
Yeah,
guessing.
trains. Yep. There.
All right, I'll be right back.
Set rectangular area of mining directly. Nice. Added more explicit status and tutorial. Crossings over in critical sections are now properly preserved. Fix notification alerts. Fix trains that failed to depart a station due to train limit no longer do the current station and keep it occupied. Okay. Fix that trains would not leave depot if the first station had a train limit of 1. Train departure to follow train station limit more. Road map location inspector tiles. Max train count. Train stats were showing max that were showing max speed below train's minimum speed. Alright. Much more extreme weather. They're also more powerful. Climate doesn't care whether or not. Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to take some time to well, I'm screwed. Thank you, love. Do we have any chippy chips?
We do. I didn't pick up a new bag, but we do still have.
They'll probably outlast many of us. Yep. Probably true.
Alright. Back in a second, chat. I'm gonna go grab something. There. Some chippy chips. An Italian. And my wife got me a beverage. It's a good deal. One second, chat. Hey, honey, come here, please.
All right, there we go. Now we've got enough power, and we've got them set to priorities. So this one's going to run, and this one's only going to run if we need the power.
Amanda, come here, please. Not enough workers. I get it. Shut your face.
I think it's F, Tug, right? To swap to mirror image it.
Yes. F will flippy flip it.
Baloney.
Damn it. All right. My wife got us Italians for supper, and they screwed up my sandwich. Oh, your game was paused.
I think we've all done that mistake.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, my wife ordered my Italian as she always does. Salami, pickles, cheese, and pepperoni. Did the same thing for my youngest kid, because that's how he gets his. They made them salami, cheese, pickles, and green peppers.
Ew.
I mean, I don't mind green peppers in certain situations, but not a fan of them on my Italians.
Fair enough.
Like, I'll eat them in, like, spaghetti sauce, on pizzas occasionally, stuff like that, but... Making some pretty good progress getting this filled in. Now, Farmer Marks, if they ain't working, they ain't getting paid. Plain and simple. Where's all your trucks? Oh. Some short workers at the moment. I'll get a little unity.
Jimmy, take the chip out. I'll set him on fire.
Heck yeah. Happy Friday, everybody.
Woo woo. The pause button can be your best friend or your worst enemy. Yep.
Have you tried fighting the pause button boss?
Play these you pay these guys to sit around? I see what you were saying now.
It's actually not a bad thing to see trucks sitting like this, because you know if they're sitting, then they're not...
You have enough trucks.
You have enough trucks, exactly. You're not busy, or having things waiting on trucks to move. That way, the minute something's needed, they're off. Yeah. And they're not idling their trucks. They're sitting there with them off, so they're not wasting fuel or maintenance.
No, they do idle. I thought we tested that the last time. Didn't we? Not much fuel, but...
No. This guy stopped. Fuel usage is 0.
Oh.
I mean, he stopped.
Maybe that
fuel
changed
usage
then.
is 0. So...
you have to use a mining control tower.
There's a couple ways you can do it. You can use the mining control tower to designate a specific item for a specific area. There's also your universal, what can be dumped by trucks. So if you remove, like, say you take rock, slag, and waste out of here, then anything not inside a yellow mining control tower, like if I were to add here, would allow the universal dumping to occur. Oh, last update made it that way?
Gotcha. Like, are we talking update 2, Little Demon, or are we talking about, like, a minor update after update 3?
Probably 2. Oh, minor update after update 3. Okay.
What do you mean by Friday? It's Saturday now? Y'all had any spirals of death? Darius almost had a couple yesterday.
I've had a couple points where, you know, a sickness has hit a sickness has hit and, you know, whacked me for a while, but... Fixed vehicles fuel consumption. Fuel is no longer consumed when vehicles are idle or paused. 071.
Wait. I'm fine with that change. I hated the fact that they idled and used fuel. If you had too many vehicles, they were still consuming fuel. No, I'd be like, shut your shit down. You're off for the day.
Pack it in, boys.
All right. I think it's time. Oh wait, no. We were waiting. Did Didn't we already do the irrigated farm? Yeah, we did. Why do I not have it? Oh, there it is.
I need you to cut these trees already. God damn. What are you doing over here? No. You. You are not assigned, so go cut the normal trees, God damn it. Cut the ones I've designated. Not the rest of them fucking things.
We're going to do copper scrap and then copper regular. Just in case we get copper scrap.
It's crow face.
It's still Friday here, P.S.
Oh, wow. We are using wood and concrete blocks faster than we can produce them.
A bad block. The demon of bad block. Crow face.
I got too much food for myself.
Okay.
Pause the coal maker to save wood. That one's done. That's another 100 fuel. Assign a pickup to a fuel station to have it automatically refuel all your excavators.
Crow face. Demon of bad block. Mr. Peterson. Mr. Peterson's a bad girl. Crow face. Crow faces.
I'll keep him planting, but I'll get these other guys cutting trees down here to clear this area for me quick.
Oh, I may not be able to do this. I did this wrong. Yeah.
Alright. Check on dumping. You're making progress over there. Almost done over there. You're making good progress.
Oh, it won't. It still won't let me do that.
Sending you.
hot all of a sudden.
That one's done. This is going to be flag. We're going to set that to 20.
Oh, I just dumped internet. What the hell? Trying to reconnect. So. I think it's coming back now. I think things are back. Well, kind of back. Just waiting on OBS to see if it reconnects for me.
I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can.
Mm-hmm. I might have to restart the stream because OBS is sitting here saying it's get no connection.
Why is it doing that? What is wrong?
Yep.
There we go. That's better.
OBS is freaking this shit out.
Yes, Papu, that's correct.